Hello YouTubers, have you just acquired one of these wonderful machines and don't really know where to start? Or have you seen one before and thought to yourself, even if I wanted to get on one, I do not know what to do with it? Well, this series is for you. The aim is to take you from beginner to expert over the series, and today's episode is all about the technique on the rowing machine. How to row on the rowing machine for beginners. So, without any further ado, we're going to hop onto this machine right here and we'll go over some basic technique principles that you can use to improve your rowing. We've made it onto the rowing machine, but now what? Well, let me tell you, we have to attach ourselves to the machine itself. We have to tie our feet in. And this is where it can kind of vary from machine to machine, but on the machine we have here, the Concept 2 rower, you slide your feet onto the foot plate and then pull the straps nice and tight. Very, very simple. But where do you put the straps themselves, I hear you ask? To begin with, you want to have the straps just across the bottom of the laces. And as you get more experienced, you can change where the strap is depending on what works best for you. But for beginners, we want to just go around the bottom of those laces. Now, young Padawan, you are one with the machine. You could pick up the handle and just row from here on out. But today we're talking about technique tips to make sure that you can row and row and row and row. Before we get to the tips themselves, I want to go over 4 things about the rowing machine stroke, the rowing machine stride, to avoid any confusion later. Well, they are the catch, the finish, the drive, and the recovery. So the catch itself. The catch is when you're up here at the front of the machine. The finish is where you're back here at the back of the machine. The recovery is when you go from the back of the machine to the front of the machine, and the drive is where you push away from the front of the machine to the back of the machine. So hopefully that will avoid any confusion later. But now we're going to talk about the rowing technique. Hopefully the technique that will start you on a wonderful rowing machine journey. So we know about the catch, the finish, the drive, and the recovery. But how do we tie all of those things together? Well, there are 3 body movements that we can use to cover all of those bases. That's arms, which is just moving your arms in and out. You have the body, just the body swing right here, and you have the legs, which pick you up and drive you back. So there's 3, arms, body, legs. A really important thing about the rowing machine technique is doing these things in the right sequence. And so how I recommend feeling that sequence and getting that sequence right is to try breaking it down. So instead of trying to row the whole stroke all at once, we try and break it down into those 3 components: arms, body, and legs. And that's the order of which the sequence should be. Arms, body, legs, and then backwards when you're driving, legs, body, arms. So to start with, we want to sit back at the finish and just arms only strokes. Then once we've felt like we know what to do with arms only strokes, we want to add the body. And this time, instead of just arms, you go arms, body, body, arms. Arms, body, body, arms. And then after that, we can add the legs. But instead of adding all of the legs all at once, I recommend to try and feel that sequence once more, add half of the legs. Again, we still have arms and body. Arms, body, legs. Arms, body, legs. Arms, body, legs. And as you can see, it's just a reverse process on the drive. So arms, body, legs, legs, body, arms. It's quite a quick succession. I'll slow that down. Arms, body, legs, legs, body, arms. Arms, body, legs, legs, body, arms. And then we add in the whole stroke. So we add in all of the legs now. So it's arms, body, legs, legs, body, arms. And I'll make that really clear. Arms, body, legs, legs, body, arms. At first, this might feel quite robotic, but if you can sort of make the sequence automatic, it will pay dividends later, because this technique will make sure that you're using the right body parts at the right points in the rowing stroke, and hopefully make you go as fast as you can possibly go. And that is it for the rowing machine stroke. Arms, body, legs, legs, body, arms. Very, very simple. And as you learn more, you can adjust certain things. But as a beginner, this is a fantastic starting point. And like I said, the biggest thing is making sure the arms, body, legs, legs, body, arms happen in the right sequence. You might want to attach numbers to each one. So instead of arms, body, legs, you could do 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. It just depends on how your brain works. But hopefully this will help you get onto that path of the rowing machine and take you down a very wonderful journey. And let me know in the comments below if you have any questions regarding the technique itself, or what you would like to see in the next episode of the Beginner's Rowing Machine series. And there will be more episodes in this series to make sure you're getting the most out of the machine and the most out of yourself as a beginner rower. So make sure you are subscribed for that, and I will see you in the next episode.